Theories of motivation.
Theories of motivation. Motivation is what causes us to produce and maintain a behavior. In order to satisfy a need, a strong motivational force is produced within, which guides or drives the individual to, in turn, produce a behavior. The source or reason for the production of motivation can be biological, social, economical, and psychological. There are 6 key ideas behind theories of motivation. The first one is instinct theory of motivation. The second one is incentive theory of motivation. The third is drive theory of motivation. The fourth is arousal theory of motivation. The fifth is humanistic theory of motivation. And the last is expectancy theory of motivation. Instinct theory of motivation. Psychologist William McDougall was one of the first to write about instinct theory of motivation. He suggested that instinctive behavior was composed of 3 essential elements: the perception, behavior, and emotion. He also outlined 18 different instincts, included the curiosity, material instinct, laughter, comfort, sex, and food seeking. According in this theory of motivation, all organisms are born with qualities which help them survive. The way organisms act and behave are managed by their instinct. Instincts are goal-directed and innate pattern of behaviors that are not the result of learning and experience. For example, birds have instinct to migrate, and bears have the instinct to hibernate during the winter. These behaviors are not learned but innate. Incentive theory of motivation. This theory suggests that people are motivated by a drive for incentives and reinforcement. It is also proposed that people behave in the way that they believe will result in a reward and avoid action that may entail punishment. Incentive theories of motivation revolves around external rewards. We are faced a lot of necessary tasks to perform even when we're reluctant. However, through the promise of external award or reward, people are motivated to perform and achieve the given task. For example, a mother promised to her daughter that if she get a high grade, she will buy a new cell phone. So the daughter motivated to study hard to get a high grade to buy a new cell phone. Good grades are types of incentive that can motivate us to study hard and do well in school. Gaining esteem and accolade from parents and teachers might be another incentives. There are 2 types of incentive, the positive and negative. Positive incentive refers to the rewards or reinforcement provides from the action. Example is recognition and promotions. The another one is negative. It is exactly opposite of positive incentives. Example, penalties. The drive theories of motivation. The drive theory basically states that a human is motivated to perform to satisfy an unmet need. For instance, a person feels hungry so they eat. Here, the hunger is a need which is a demanding satisfaction, and motivational force is produced to fulfill a need, which is brings about the behavior. This theory works on biological drives of a human. Drive theories of motivation can be greatly related to Abraham Maslow hierarchy of human needs, where Maslow states that behavior is a result of human quest on satisfying his need. The only criticism this theory face is some people produce a behavior even when they do not have need for it, like eating even they are not hungry. Arousal theories of motivation. According to this theory, humans are motivated to maintain an optimal level of arousal, neither too high and nor too low. If the case of person's arousal is too high, they might be indulged in relaxing activities to tone their level of arousal down, like read a book, relax, listen to calm music, and etc. On the other hand, if the person's arousal is too low, they might be motivated to indulge activities which raise their level of arousal, like watching a thrilling movie, exercising, and etc. Expectancy theory of motivation. The expectancy theory of motivation suggests that when we are thinking about the future, we formulate different expectations about what we think will happen. When we predict that there will most likely be a positive outcome, we believe that we are able to make that possible future a reality. This leads people to feel more motivated to pursue those likely outcomes. The theory proposed that motivation consists of three key elements: the valence, the instrumentality, and expectancy. Valence refers to the values people place on the potential outcome. The instrumentality refers to whether people believe that they have a role to play in the predicted outcomes. And the last is expectancy. It is the belief that one has a capabilities to produce the outcome. This theory has a strong connection with Bloom's expectancy theory, where when the greater the importance of person place on a reward, the greater is their motivation to keep on working towards their goals and attaining a reward. Humanistic theories of motivation. Humanistic theories of motivation are based on the idea that people also have strong cognitive reasons to perform various actions. This is famous illustrated in Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of need, which presents different motivation at different levels. People are motivated to fulfill basic biological needs for food and shelter, as well as those for safety, love, and esteem. Once the lower level needs have been met, the primary motivator becomes the needs for self-actualization or the desires to fulfill one's individual potential.
First, describe who is Abraham Harold Maslow. Maslow, who as an American psychologist, who best known for creating Maslow hierarchy of needs. A theory psychologist predicting fulfilling inanimate of human personality. Hierarchy of needs is the guides of principles that's a person's competence and ability to explore in his totally in the field of humanity psychology. Humanity psychology, a theory of that behaviors and in his relationship to others for fulfilling a goals to step in self-actualizations. Maslow presented levels of hierarchy of needs in his theories in personality, which are physiological needs, safety needs, social needs, self-esteem, self-actualizations. First is physiological needs, the basic needs that we need to use in attaining of our goals to step in self-actualization. Physiological needs such are water, air, shelter, and reproduction it is those that we need of as a human persons in attaining of our life, to sustain our life. This is the essentials for our survival in our life. So if the biological needs are not met, we not completely devote of our feelings in peaking reach of our potentials in our life. After fulfill the physiological needs, we proceed safety needs or the security. As a human person, we need a protection of our physical and emotional harmful to face our fears, to solve our problems, and in despite of our problems and obstacles, we can achieve our goals from secure of our family, ourselves, and in others secure. The third level of hierarchy needs is the love of belongingness, which is the human social needs. It is the feeling belongingness with others, and all we know it came from the start from our family. If we have a problems in our life, in all aspects of life, we should run to our family to asking help to solve our problem and asking advice what we need to do to accomplish our goals and solve our problems. And we all know our family is too busy from work, our brother or sister is busy in school, so that we can run to our friendship. We consider that friendship is the second that we run away in the times of our problems, in the way we talk us in our problem and giving in advice also, so we can get our motivation for our friendship in solving our problems, and we have a two different friends. It is the bad influence and good influence. So if our friends is good influence, it's much better to make it inter relationship with good influence. Good influence friendship is come come you from the from the good life to achieving your goals. And the bad influence is the if we come together in the bad influence, our life is not. The fourth is the self-esteem needs. Maslow categorized into two things. It is the dignity and respect for others. The respect is came from first from ourselves. If you have a respect into yourself, the other person can respect that others can respect you. So if you have a confidence to those people who said you have not worries to what they say, because you have a confidence what who you are. So and the second is the respect from others. If you, like what I said, if you have a respect your others, people can see you have a word to respect you from in a good way. So if their needs are satisfied, we have a confidence and value to step in our path of way in life. After fulfill the fourth hierarchy of needs, we step on the high level of hierarchy needs, which is the self-actualization. Self-actualization, it means the person has reached a potential of his potential in his life. As a person, we must understanding ourselves first to effectively relate to others. Our talents and gifts utilized to help others to see them their own worth and values in attaining of their goals. If you fulfill the self-actualizations in the hierarchy of needs of Abraham Maslow, you can accept of the reality in this world as a human personality. You being a creativity, and you have a appreciation what happens into your world. You can solve the problems and you can encounter the problems and formulate to solution it. The next is the strategies to motivate people towards positive behaviors. Number one is the motivation by goal setting. In 1960s, Edward Locke put forward a theory of motivations. Goal setting is essential linked to task performance. Goal settings is a specific goals is specific and challenging along appropriate feedback to contribute in betterment of task performance. Goal settings is given you in direction in long term and short term. You can see as you achieve your goals in the short term. And goal setting can be guided goal setting criteria such as SMART criteria, which is S for specific, M for measurable, A for attainable, R for relevant, and T time bound. And the goal settings is involve developments designed to motivate for the group to attain the goals. Motivation of enticement. For me, the motivation of enticement, it is the strategies to motivate to get the inspiration of others to persuade yourself to focus of your goals in aspects of life. In this enticement, it is the confidence or it is the confidence with others asking help, advice to pursue and even of the problems that comes on your life. The next one is motivation by focus. As a student, as a person, you have a goal in life, and the most important to attain your goal is you need to focus that you really want to attain. There's have many hindrance or obstacles of problems that can be that can be obstacles to connect you to attain it. But for me, the focus is the most important to attain your goal, because it is the way, or it is the one way to achieve your goals. The fourth is the motivation by identification for ego involvement. These are the motivations because you are motivation to attain your goal, because you want to prove yourself that you have a dream of your life, and you want to achieve the stable that you want. The last is motivation by music. We all know the specific people is the teenager. The music is using this music, people can reduce stress for many works that he need to do. Music can reduce by different genres of music, by different idol of singers. So these kinds of motivations by music is the way to people can pursue to achieve their goals in whatever aspects of life.